see. What about that one stability build? Oh, that takes electronics too. Oh, electronics. It'll be the death of me. I could turn one of these off. This is a great game, but there's some little QOLs that would go a long way with it. Like, when the storm happens, I should be able to just click, drag a square over all these, and say, don't go here anymore. The fact that I had to click on all of those individually makes me dread the next time this storm moves, and I have to do all that again. This is the Abyss team. We are stationed by the docking port. It has accumulated a huge mass of debris at the bottom of it. Broken vessels, corpses, damaged cryopods, all have been frozen into a horrible amalgam. Ships have entered the port too quickly, crashing inside while attempting to flee. The docking bay came under heavy projectile fire, which tore open the hull and breached the protective plating of the Etamanaki. We've discovered an intact, unexploded BMS missile embedded in the wreckage. We should investigate this further. Defuse the missile. Okay, current location standing by. You go there. Alright. The giant carbon storage is getting built right now. Okay. Next up... Alright, let's start opening up Sector 5. I could go get Sector 3. Because right now I've got... Here, can I show this somehow? Right here. So, I could get Sector 3, but right now everything is coming in at Sector 6, so this is kind of like the middle of our hub. So we're gonna get this one next. Alright, so infirmary is going to have 10 more beds per infirmary, so the infirmaries we currently have should be more than adequate for a while before we get that other fancier one set up. None of the things... Wait, water treatment center. Use 50 waste to fulfill all water needs in a sector per cycle. Nuclear, I'll worry about that once I fill up with solar panels. Electronics factory. Hold on, what is it? What is the...
The science ship team has completed.
Hold on a sec. Alright, so right now, 30 silicon becomes 1 electronic every 3 cycles. And this makes it 25 for 1. Okay. It's pretty minor. I wish I could, like, speed it up, but you can't. You could just make it more efficient. This will be useful later, to speed up the Tycoon's movement. Second electronics factory. Need space. The electronics factory is an absolutely massive building, as you can see. Honestly, like, when I get this next section, I could devote it to just factories, you know, like, convert the polymers there convert carbon into polymer, convert silicon into electronics. So we could just make a bunch of factories in the next section. Because, like, these huge things on the bottom, we're not going to need those in the new area. Like, I might get rid of these and make more here, but these are just for cargo. This is the mining and the science ships. They only come here for repairs. And these are for repairing the hull constantly. I suppose it's possible we might need another one of these suckers in the new area for hull repairs, but I wouldn't think more than one. This sector is using waste to make the mushrooms. This one's using it for electronics, so I'm just... If it spills over there, it'll go there. Stanford upgrade has been unlocked. What was that? Oh, that was Faster Tycoon. Oh, you can keep researching that. That's cool. Okay, a lot of this stuff is like, yeah, that's nice. But what do we have here that would be just like really freaking good? Recycling electronics is 20% faster. Requires recycled materials electronics factory upgrade. Alright. We'll do that. That just converts the, or makes the silicon to electronics ratio better. We've managed to defuse the missile. The technology contained within is not only more advanced than that aboard of the Tycoon or even the Etemanaki, but is of a structure and logic belonging to a completely different scientific paradigm. We've transmitted data and schematics to the Tycoon Tech Lab for further analysis. New event, I missile you. Leave the wreckage. Summary of intelligence on Etemanaki habitation sector wreckage. Our sensors have identified a section of the Etemanaki drifting in the Kruk system. Initial readings indicate that a large amount of floating debris is present in the area. We have also detected heat signatures, electromagnetic emissions, and a weak radio signal deep within the wreckage. We are currently unable to decrypt the signal. Transmission from the light bulb. This is the light bulb team. We have entered the habitation sector wreckage. Many mutilated bodies and cryopods float in the void. We have been able to pinpoint the exact area of the unusual readings. Recover floating cryopods. Oh, it looks like the storm moved again, further, you know, upright of us. Okay, hold on. Oh, wait. Silicon right there. Tons of it. Recommend storing cryopods? Yeah. Yeah. I think we might need to make a big storage for hella cryopods.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Dang! 3 buildings blew up? What the heck? Alright, pause. Alright, this one's done. You go here. Oh, shoot. This guy's just been idle. We got another mining ship finished construction. And it's just been chilling. And there's another science ship. Let's see, hold on. Let's do that and then put the, There's a Y-hander there. Just to have the science ships all together. Alright. Mining ships, science ships. Okay, what is this? We now have enough data to analyze the Piranesi missile technology. The associated research project can be launched in the tech lab. With this, we should be able to set up countermeasures to protect ourselves from Piranesi weaponry. Hell yeah! Missile threat analysis upgrade unlocked for the Piranesi. I mean, that sounds great. How's that sector unlock going? Just waiting on electronics. Even if I did make another electronics factory, silicon, we need more of that right now. And this requires, yeah, we want to build this in here at some point. It's a weird shape. This is the building where if you're below 0 stability, it gives +2. So, would want to potentially get rid of 2 of these and plop that down. But it needs electronics, so if I did that, it wouldn't build immediately. It would take a long time to build, which would be problematic. I just realized we are very low on ice. We're like out of ice, actually. Actually, it looks like we've already found some, but it hasn't been drilled yet. So... I'm sorry, we have a ship called Peepoodoo? Who the hell named that one? I didn't name that. Is that German? Peepoodoo?
The science ship has arrived at its destination.
It was made with the poop electronics? Clearly. I'm really glad we got that automatic repair thing. That is fantastic. Science team completed a task. What up? Who? This one? We have finished our evaluation of the cryopods. We were able to recover a large amount. They're ready for extraction. The recovery area is horrifying. The body parts that float here are mostly from civilians. The dwellings within the habitation sector look more like slums than real housing. The population density must have been extremely high. Some bodies show clear signs of disease and malnutrition. Dude, this reminds me of that mission in Rogue Trader when you go to the lower decks and, like, it's Nurgle everywhere. Push deeper into the structure to reach the source of the unusual readings. Alright, Alright, vertical parking. Okay. Doing the prerequisites. Stockpiles can hold 20% more resources. Wait, what? Oh. Yeah, they're offloading, that's fine. Go. Solar panels are fine. Now there's always a chance when the science missions are happening that they could just suddenly be like, oh hey, yo, we just found 5 electronics. So something like that would be a godsend right now, but... Check that. We don't need that there. I'm remembering this area was originally going to be our factory. So I'm wondering if there's anything here, like if we unlock the new section, like people being thawed out, that could go somewhere else. That could go into the new section. That doesn't have to be here. Waste treatment center.
A probe has completed its
That
scan.
could definitely go into, well, the new area would need the building that allows them to process waste, but that could go into the new section, or it could stay here.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Making progress through the metal debris that lies everywhere has been difficult. The Etemenaki has been constructed from a range of extremely strong alloys. We have come to an area of fallen debris which forms a precarious cave around us. 2 paths onward are possible. We could pass through a large section of pipe that has been laser cut. Temperature analysis of the cuts indicate they happened some time ago. Alternatively, there's a reinforced tunnel leading away from here. Its sides are covered in bullet holes. We could continue to use the drilling rig, but one of these paths will surely save us time. Okay, laser cut piping was probably done in an emergency. I mean, yeah, even though it's got holes, I'm thinking the reinforced tunnel. Just the word reinforced makes me think that's the safest thing. Drilling might make it collapse on them or something, I don't know. Preliminary analysis suggests that this section of the Etemenaki wreckage contains the remains of a medical care district. We have arrived at the site. We estimate that 2/3 of the district is missing. Remnants of cooling pipes have generated a haze that hangs about the debris and hides the floating corpses of the Etemenaki crew. We have identified 2 viable areas for investigation: the ruins of a research facility and an area devoted to medical care. Research. Our probe discovered an unusual electromagnetic signal transmitting from beneath the surface of P43. The signal shares many similarities with the one our team identified on the Rokanatansky comet on the Immortan system. Transmission from the Einstein's team. This is the Einstein crew. We've landed on P43. The electromagnetic signal seems to be transmitting from below the planet's surface. We only have a limited amount of time to investigate before our suits and the Einstein's hull are compromised by P43's corrosive atmosphere. Janet recommends the use of... Janet? Oh my god, Arena Net's here. The use of demolition charges to accelerate the excavation process. We only have a limited amount of time before we're corroded. Okay, I guess use the explosives. Otherwise, I'm usually, like, I'm patient, I'm fine, just the slow, steady route, but if their suits are getting eaten through, maybe we go the fast way. Alright, we are going to... I need to move this workshop. I'm gonna put it there, and then we're going to dismantle that one. And then I can build the medical thing here. And then that will allow me to dismantle the 3 infirmaries we have. Do I still need... Hold on. Do I still need 2 mess halls here? I'm not sure that I do. Let me see if it will...
A probe has completed its
I'm gonna...
scan.
let's see, hang on. How many... 490. It says that 1 mess hall can feed up to 600 people over 5 cycles. So I think we can operate with just 1 there.
Ship team has
While walking
completed
through
a
the tunnel,
task.
we activated a trap, presumably left by the Etemenaki defense forces. Oh no! A deluge of debris fell from above, yet fortunately, our suit exoskeletons, chat, I did that research so long ago, allowed us to avoid fatalities. Let's go! There was no sign of any Etemenaki survivors, and the end of the tunnel was littered with the corpses of soldiers killed by cutting laser. Exiting the tunnel, we found a small shelter cobbled together from surrounding debris. Within it, a number of broken drones, shaped like deep-sea creatures, float in the lack of gravity. They bear the BMS logo of the Black Market Society. This is the first time we have seen machines like these. We have transmitted schematics and data and propose further analysis of the drones be conducted back on board the Tycoon. Within a small recess at the back of the shelter, we found the corpse of an Etemanaki soldier with a now spent breathing device. They had tried to modify one of the broken drones to produce an improvised heat source. He has been dead for several days. The weak radio signal was transmitting from their suit's emergency beacon. We presume in an attempt to contact other survivors. Leave the ruins of the Etemanaki.
A science ship team has completed a task.
The explosion, which was larger than expected, revealed a huge system of subterranean tunnels. Despite the rubble and the instability of the area, the Einstein's team identified a passageway leading to an anomaly. The journey downward was without incident. The anomaly is in a large cave full of strange geological forms. Concentric circles are present on the walls, reaching from floor to ceiling and formed of many layers of different sediments. Crystal formations have grown everywhere. What is most astonishing, however, is the anomaly itself, a huge gray sphere, about 4 meters in diameter, floating in the center of the cave. Wasn't this in the Astartes videos? Let's leave the sphere for last. Study the concentric circles. The facility has been constructed from more resilient materials and alloys than other parts of the ship. Most of its outer structure remains. A lot of the internal hardware does seem to have been laser cut and ripped out. Our team was able to extract some information from the few remaining data consoles. A sealed stasis box was discovered containing what can only be described as a test subject. Having reviewed associated research reports, the team believes that the experiment used ashtangite technology and genetic material taken from charred leaves. Subject ZY6073, as named on the outside of the stasis box, appears to be alive but dormant. Investigate the medical district. Okay, and deconstruct that. Alright, Health Center. Nine electronics. That's not gonna finish anytime soon. We need one more You know what? We're going to pause. Wait, can I set this to high priority? No, I can't. All right, so we're gonna pause that because I want to make sure that this gets the next electronic to open up the next section. All right,
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Science ship has blah blah blah. Okay. Our sensors have identified a part of the Etemanaki adrift in the Kruk system. Initial readings showed no thermal activity, power signatures, or identifiable signs of life. Transmission from the Lightbulb's team. This is the crew of the Lightbulb. The section of the wreckage is massive. We believe it to be the remains of a research and development district. The laboratories we've seen look virtually destroyed, but we did find an intact security room. A sign above its entryway reads Orn 8. To access the room, we'll need power from the Tikkun via the RTP. Unfortunately, specific accreditation is also required to open the room's armored door. The neighboring residential area has collapsed, making the balance of this area unstable. We have spotted some emergency cryopods within the debris, though it doesn't look like there was enough time for a full evacuation. Search the laboratories first. Oh, it's done. We're in. Hacker voice, I'm in. Let's see. Wait, what? Alright, so this is the messy bit where we're just trying to absorb all of this stuff. Alright, so... Alright. And then we're going to need the train station over there.
Ship team has completed a task.
This district is in ruins. The Abyss's team had to stop several times during their investigation to clear away debris. Violent clashes appear to have taken place across the district. It seems that even before the attack, the medical capacity of the Etamanaki was oversubscribed. Recovered data suggests that congestion within the ship's care centers worsened over time. The team was able to recover a number of intact emergency cryopods. Retrieve subject ZY6073. Let's see what that's about. That sounded a little spooky. One thing I'm unsure of, the drone bay, it says can be used to quickly transfer up to 10 units of resources at a time between sectors. I'm wondering, will the drones only deliver from the sector where it's at? Like, if I want to quickly deliver food to other sectors from over here, do I have to have a drone bay over here? Or will the drone bay over here go out and fetch the food from Sector 2 and bring it to Sector 1, etc.? Due to your continued indifference to the problems of the crew, stockpiles have been looted. What? You guys are so happy right now. Okay, find the looters, throw them into space. I am pro throwing them into space.
Has occurred in the Tycoon.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, let's do
A science ship
this.
team has completed a task.
Science team. Showing no signs of... What is that? Showing no signs of lethargy, ZY6073 leaped onto the team as they opened the stasis box. Following a drop in comms communication, the team's vital signs began to change. Reviewing mission data, Eden postulates a form of assimilation has taken place. ZY6073 appears to have put one of the team's suits and boarded the Abyss. Inputted flight path data suggests a planned return to the Tycoon. Steam achievement, Oats. You freed ZY6073. No risk should be taken with such an abomination. Destroy it. Remote detonation. Well,